Hi, Jill.
Geshe is circumambulating, so he'll enter the Gampa very soon.
Okay, please turn to page 35 in the Gold Prayer Book. And we'll start with the seven limb prayer. Gosum gupe gone chakselo nye shami tu chetim malubu tomene sadi tanje shar kepa gewana lajeirong korwa maton panu lejune dolo cheni kolo korwadang dashengena chanchu chimpo. Now the short mandala offering on page 97 and the request to turn the wheel of Dharma on page 98. Saji perki shushing meto tamni rablin shi ni Sangye Shindu Mikte Ua Idoku Namdak Shingla Chirpashok Jetsun Lama Dampa Kenam Kichukukala Kense Chujinti Jitar Tsampe Duje Zima La Shabgechuki Sharpa to Sur Idam Guru Ratamandalakam Niryatayami. I'll turn to page 98, and Geshe will lead us in the refuge and bodhicitta prayer.
Sanje Chudang Soji Chona Chanju Padon Dagi Chushi Jibe Sunamje Andola Pinju Sanje Chudang Soji Chona Chanju Padon Dani Dagi Chushi Nola Meja Danje Sanje Chudang Soji Chona Chanjamado Dani Nyamanja Dagi Chichi Jivi Sanam Odo Alami Mino Miyaji Ombono Jajaloso Chichi Chola Chawachima Sanje Sura Rabda Shichi Devi Jujuma Dida Shichi Tambe Chunji Chindin Dishichi Namo Hayeke Dano Dani Jivi Timodana Rawa Kunja Nana Jizama Tamjeke Do Dagi Chudendo Kange Tuze Nyusa Tawa Tamje Kodam Dhamma Chakse. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, I thought like Saint Alex was enlightened, I already left samsara. I said oh, yeah. Again, patience, okay, patience. Oh, yeah, so I will start with here. Nanche, so, Nanche means us. Tapar means till now. Kondo le giving chia manye pars. So all of us till now we did not get any benefit from anger. Chia manye pars didn't receive any benefit from getting anger or anger itself. Mutu means continuously. Continuously experience the complication that caused by anger. We experience that complication continuously, and plus does not receive any benefit from the anger. So now we commit ourselves. We committed ourselves for practicing noble mind, gentle mind, noble mind, gentle mind, simple mind, sangpo literally means gentle mind, kind mind, warm heart, all same thing. Tani nganzu sem sangpo shi cheba kelang ba yinbe, so no, voluntarily, not like by force. voluntarily. So we committed to practice noble thought, loving kindness, compassion. If somebody is criticizing you, looking down on you, we should, I say, try all our best not to get angry. We should try all our best not to get angry. If somebody's looking down on, somebody criticizing you, most of the time we get angry, we don't get what we want. We don't get what we're looking for. That's why we get angry. I think you can still think, even though you are angry, kind of screaming, shouting, but still you can think. You can still think. What do you think? You can still think. Even though you are shouting, screaming, still you could have the small fish that analyze, tiny fish, you can shouting. It's not like you are not aware of shouting or screaming. You are very much, maybe like not at the beginning you are angry, so you're shouting. So maybe after like a few seconds, then you are being aware that you are screaming and shouting. You're being aware. You caught yourself. You catch yourself. Meanwhile, conversation is just continuously happening. But that's very possible. You are still thinking. In the very beginning, you are shouting. Then the second moment, you catch yourself. Then still you are probably looking for what you want, but still talking, but at the same time, and you are like, it's not like now 100% angry, could be like 50%, but 50% is thinking, but 50% angry, still angry. Reason because you don't get what you want. Or maybe you think like you're unfairly treated, or maybe like you are not taken very seriously, all kind of things. But the interesting thing is you can still think. That means when you are thinking, that means you are not 100% occupied by anger. So therefore you are thinking. If you are 100% occupied, you can't really think. It's like one set of mind. You don't have two sets of mind. When you are thinking, still you are not really satisfied, but you are thinking. So that's the reason, like some people get angry, so they get really angry, and their anger lasts longer. Some people get angry, then it doesn't last very long because they manage to think. They catch themselves right away and manage to think. If somebody criticizing you, looking down on you, that's what is mentioned, criticism. So the same thing, looking down on you, not taking you seriously, unfairly treated, all of that. When that happens, that's all. Should try all your best not to get angry. Practicing patience is not easy at all, not easy. Is like, how to say in English, practicing patience. Lamushi kalai means like, lamu means easy. I say, isn't that easy at all? How is it? Isn't that practicing patience? It's not easy. But the different word, I'm not sure how to say it in English. But anyway, the point is like practicing patience is not easy. It's almost like you are saying that in like question mark way. It's not an answer. you are seeing that in question mark. How you say?
A rhetorical question?
Yeah, it is question, but what it's saying is practicing patience is not easy, but it's saying in the question mark. I have not known how to say in English. How you say in English, like this question is not really statement. It's kind of like what it's saying is practicing patience is not easy. How you say that in question mark? Yeah, maybe wasting time. Maybe wasting time here. Maybe wasting time. You already got the point. Maybe it's wasting time. Thomas, you want to say? How to say in question mark? Question mark. Yeah, so like if you cannot say it, then just forget it. I cannot say it because you are native speaker. Oh, so this is okay. Now moving on. Practicing patience requires deep thinking. It's not just won't happen. It requires a lot of reason. It requires a lot of thinking. It's not just like that. So usually the way I said, it requires precise calculations, assessing the situations with the full of mindfulness and calculating the outcome precisely. So that's usually how I say. Then also think deeply. But the result of able to practicing patience is like superior. It's like it's noble. It's wonderful. We all know. That's the last one. Is hard. Us gajing is really unfavorable conditions that makes you angry. So we should practice patience, tolerance towards that with joy. That's very hard thing to do, but it's possible to do. Yeah, it's possible if you see substance, purpose, meaning in practicing patience, then you could be happy. You could happily practice patience if you see some benefit, if you see some meaning. That the root text. Rangi yunde jebe te shela dewa deparches. Shinji yunde jebe te rangla dewa mideches, rangla dewa mideches. Can you say the stanza, Amna, please?
I'm not sure where we are.
Rangi yunde jebe, if you are like breaking your own qualities, if you are talking about your own qualities, rangi yunde jebe, shila dewa and deparches. Then what kind of mindset you should have? You should have also like you should wish happiness for others.
79. When compliments are heaped upon my merits, I want others to rejoice in them. When, however, someone else is praised, my happiness is slow and grudging.
That's the root text from Shantideva, chapter number 6, patience. Shinji nganzu migase yushila tunga chepe kapsos. If somebody is praising someone that we don't get along, someone that we don't like, somebody praising someone we don't like, we disagree, or we like so someone. No, it's all watching mind. It's all watching mind. All of a sudden, someone else like praising somebody that you don't get along, you don't like, and how your mind react, or how your mind react. We don't get angry, doesn't mean there will be no disturbing thought. There will be jealousy. It's another disturbing thought. There's a risk that you may get jealous. Jealousy is also the part of the disturbing thought. The moment you get jealous, you are disturbed. Once you're disturbed, then like mainly here we are talking about your mind's been disturbed. So that means there's no peace in your mind. Generally speaking, so we get jealous. So that way of thinking is a mistake. That way of thinking is a mistake. Rejoicing heart because the person that you don't like, that person is receiving praise from someone else, that person that you don't get along, you don't like, rejoicing. Is that part of practice? Yes, that's part of practice, but it's very hard to do, rejoice. Not get jealous compared to rejoicing. Not getting jealous is easier than rejoicing. Wow, wonderful. Is that practice? Yeah, that is practice. It is possible, you could rejoice. It is very possible, you could rejoice, but hard. Compared to not get jealous, it's easier, but even it's hard, but compared to that, it's easier. So, but anyway, so getting jealous is mistake, Why is a mistake? Then you are disturbed. That's why it's a mistake. You are disturbed. Not physically, probably there will be some physical also impact, So when the mind is fine, the physical do well. When the mind get disturbed, it's also indirectly, physically you get disturbed. Your energy get disturbed. That's 100% sure. Your energy get disturbed. So that energy is no longer useful. Where that energy goes into your channel, not like person you don't like. It doesn't go to their channel, it goes to your channel. So then it's not good to have any wasted energy into your channels, and that cause physical difficulties, then that cause mental difficulties. There's ripple impact. It's not here, his role did not say something like that. I'm the one who's saying it, but that's also true, it's mentioned in some other text. Shinji yunde jono, mi shinji yunde jono, ngazu telang gawa chane tiye nado shuguyos. Somebody praise someone beside you, what the best thing to do, you should be part of that. You should be part of that. That's hard, especially if person that you don't like. That's the right thing to do. You should be part of that. Could be part of that. How you can become part of that gawa, joy. And that's how you participate. You could be instead of completely exclude, you could be include. That requires joy. Or you could think like, I'm kind of the person that every day I say, may all sentient beings have happiness, cause of happiness, may all sentient beings free from suffering, cause of suffering. If you can think like that, or that gives you some opportunity to be happy, because that's what I wish every day I say. If you really mean when you say, so then that's what is happening. Somebody's getting happy, so to be a part of that, to be happy, then you could be part of that. If you're unhappy, then you are not, it's impossible to be part of that. Getting jealous is not correct, it's not good. It's not just correct, it's not good. Not good for who? Not good for you. So you are the one who gets jealous, not good for you. Why was that? Jealousy is disturbing thoughts. You are genuinely disturbing thought. So that means you are disturbed now, you are disturbing yourself. So that's why it's not good. If we do that, instead of getting jealous, if you participate, so there's possibility you could achieve some joy, you could achieve some happiness, Other way around, there will be no happiness. So then based on that, so that's exactly what I mean, how to precisely calculate, assess the situation very carefully and be mindful and calculate precisely your outcome. So in that regard, getting jealous is not correct, not just correct, it's also not good. Other way around, you could get some benefit. Therefore, nganzu chi tell gawa miches. That is the fact. That is the fact. Therefore, based on that fact, why we don't nganzu chi tell gawa miches? Why we don't, I say, why you are another way to say is why you are not happy, why you are unhappy. Why you are unhappy? Because someone else prays someone you don't like. Why you being unhappy? Why you are being unhappy? Instead, if you should be happy, you receive something. Why we don't rejoice, or why we are not happy. Khalte nganzo migawe minamla tyonga chebe kapsos. The situations, somebody is praising someone you don't like. Nganzo tell Jesu yunachini dewanya bayina, if we rejoice and receive some happiness, dewatini yang tapatas. That happiness is pure. That happiness is pure. That's true. That happiness is pure. That happiness that you gain praising the person that you don't like. So you gain that happiness, witnessing, observing someone praising the person that you don't like, and you rejoice, you receive some happiness that is pure. Because it's not easy. That's why it's pure. That's pure. That's what called pure. Yang tabata sudatumba, and it's moral. This ethical, moral, pure happiness. Because generally speaking, like people don't do that. Someone prays someone that you don't get along, you don't like, how you can rejoice? It is possible. It's possible. When you do that, you receive some happiness. That is moral, ethical, is pure. Who said that is pure, moral, ethical? Shakyamuni Buddha said in the sutra. If we practice like that, if we practice like that, maybe it's very possible that you could even, like I say, draw enemy. You can even turn around enemy, your own enemy, you can turn around. Not turn around. That's a mistake. That's a mistake, not turn around. If we practice like that, in the minimum level, or ultimately or minimum level, diversing enemy's mind, there's a possibility you could give some happiness to enemy's mind, or person you don't like. Yeah, say, you could say, if you verbally say, I'm so happy that, like somebody is praising you, the person that you don't like, you don't get along. If you're brave enough to say, I'm so happy that somebody likes you very much, your hair, your clothes, it requires some strong motivation. You can't really say, if you're able to say that, so the person that you don't like, that person is probably aware that you don't like him or her, that person is aware of that. So that person is like, wow, that's interesting. Kind of nice or interesting. Oh, so that's exactly what it means. There's a possibility you could give some relief or some joy to the person because you consider as enemy. 저는 저에서 이제 굴뚝 이제 굴뚝스는 디니 신지 랑라 찌구치베 타놈 레슈디. This is the best method. His Holiness Dalai Lama said, this is the best method to receive some respect from other people. You don't demand. No, respect is not given by demand. So then you earn that respect by other people. This is the best method to earn respect from others. Yeah, then people say, oh, I respect so and so because that person, we don't get along very well. Even then somebody's like praising me and he or she, is happy. So there's that person, then you say, oh, I show respect. That's how this is the best method to earn respect, okay? Tini shinjirana tsigujibe tablam method, lekshe is the best, Analyze, please, analyze. No need to believe, analyze, okay? That's what His Holiness Dalai Lama said. So now the root text. Simje tamje de bes, chanju tuni simjenis, simje rangi denyana, teke chide towarches.
Verse 80, since I want the happiness of beings, I wish to be enlightened for their sake. Why then should others irk me when they find some pleasure for themselves?
Commentary from His Holiness Dalai Lama. Kalde nganju shinji shenla toba chenes, nyebe dewate la, gawa gum matubna, nganju shinji shenla toba chenes, nyebe dewate. Happiness that you receive by someone praising someone. That someone could be the person you don't get along, or you consider that person enemy, or just stranger. Doesn't matter, could be neutral, strangers, enemy. Enemy is the hardest thing, but strangers. And even the loved one, unfortunately we do get jealous. Even the loved one, somebody doesn't praise you, praise some of your friends, even then we get jealous. It's unfortunate. Object can be three: enemies, strangers, love, friends. Could be three. So, a friend maybe get jealous or maybe not. A stranger, maybe you don't care. Enemy, of course, you get jealous. Enemy. So that three objects. So His Holiness didn't say the three objects, but I just said it. That didn't mention that. But that's the fact. Happiness or joy that you receive by someone praising someone, that you are happy, that joy. Devatalam, gawa gummatuna, if you don't rejoice, happiness that you receive, if you don't rejoice, happiness that you receive, it's not easy work, that's hard work. Happiness that you receive, if you don't rejoice, tamaza, what it means like, oh, great, I feel proud of myself, I feel good because I was happy that someone praised the person that I don't like. No, I'm not jealous. Instead, I'm kind of happy. Oh, that happiness. So you must rejoice that, the way to rejoice, wow, wonderful, it's a good job. Rewarding yourself, crediting yourself, giving credit to yourself, rewarding yourself, good job. If we cannot do that, there's the downside. If we cannot do that, the downside, then you become so intolerance. Besides yourself, anybody receiving any happiness, you become intolerant. So there's a risk. If you become like that, benefiting other, then you don't help others because you're completely against anybody besides yourself, anybody else receiving any happiness. You're 100% against. Therefore, you probably stop helping them or giving them something. This thing will never happen. If somebody praising you, of course you'll be happy. If somebody praises you, you'll be happy. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. Somebody praises you, you're happy. If somebody praises someone else, you can't get any joy, you are not happy, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. That's true, that's a mistake. In the sense, what you accomplish? Nothing. Nothing. What you accomplish? Nothing. No, you don't accomplish anything. No? Instead, your mind gets disturbed. Sense a root text, please.
Verse 83, if even this I do not want for beings, how could I want Buddhahood for them? How can anyone have bodhicitta who is irritated by the good that others have?
There's a root text, okay? There's a root text. So now, commentary from His Holiness. Nanzu dowa simji kunji chetos. Sanje ji kompo toba cheweji chanju simji dumbalayas. We took Bodhisattva vows, idea wanting to benefit all sentient beings. This is the idea. Based on that idea, we took Bodhisattva vows. Dowa minnam je susu min dewa timbunya ba ina je. Dowa minnam je susu min dewa timbunya ba ina tela mingawa chebali Jesu ya chebus. If beings, they manage to find some joy here, there, like getting jealous is not good. Based on the Bodhisattva vow that you took deliberately, voluntarily, not by force. Idea, the power by wanting to help every breathing, living being on this planet. So, based on that, if being managed to receive some joy here, there, being unhappy about that is not good. They should not do, they should not be unhappy. What I should do? Rejoice. Direct antidote for jealousy. Rejoicing is the direct antidote for jealousy. So there's no other antidote. How to overcome jealousy? I become so jealous, so often I get jealous. How to overcome? There's no medicines. You go to pharmacy, some pharmacies don't say anything to help you to overcome. So only thing that you could do to learn how to rejoice. Easy? No. Possible? Very possible. Just, rejoice. What Lama Tsongkhapa said, I don't remember the title of the text. Beba chungi labchi tso diba gela jesu chok tunga. Beba chungi with very little effort. With very little effort. Beba chungi. Labchi tso, vast amount of merit, vast amount of merit. it is possible you could create a vast amount of marriage with very little effort. What I should do, how to do? Gela, Geshe, Chotunga. Any positive things that you did, doing now, thinking to do in the future, if you rejoice, you are 3 times positive deed. You could call merit. If you rejoice, it doesn't require much effort. You don't need to walk 4 miles, 5 miles. Now you just can sit there, just drink your coffee, just sit there and then rejoice. So then you create a vast amount of merit. If you think a little bit bigger, so then 3 times merit, positive deed of yours, then 3 times positive deed by each and every living being. Can you imagine that? All the monks and nuns back in the monastery, 24, long, all day long, studying Dharma, debating, memorizing, chanting. All the people back in Tibet, reciting like tens of thousands of mantra every single day. People who are like circumambulating Mount Kailash, which is like 32 miles loop. All of that. Here are people who are picking up the garbage, there's many things to rejoice. If you rejoice, you do nothing, basically sit there, just think, So who said that Lama Tsongkhapa? Beba chungi labchi tsodeba gela jesu chotunga. So that's here exactly. Instead of getting unhappy, rejoice. You create merit. Nganzu simje tamje dunga sani dewa tamje chowe gendi kuriyebes. Once you took bodhisattva vows, then you have responsibility, moral responsibility to help other living beings. That become like your moral responsibilities. Shenji dewanya ba nganzu gendi jayand toes. If someone has become happy, you are the the load that you are carrying on your back is become lighter because you are hoping to everybody here to be happy. Oh, out of there, 4 are happy. Oh, your load become less. You can understand? Your load become less. You very much worry about, for example, someone's happiness. All of a sudden, somehow they manage to become very happy. So then your load becomes less heavier. Before it's like heavy. Now that person is happy. So that's what you are wishing every day. So now, load becomes heavy. Then being a bodhisattva, somebody is being happier, reading Dharma, meditating, your load becomes lighter because that's exactly what you want. So in that case, there's no being unhappy, or you are happy. So that's so our responsibility becomes lighter. But min namla deji yobate sogum min namla deji yobate sogum che madrutis. If you become so unhappy because somebody is so happy, you are jealous, why you are so happy? So you question them, why you so happy? Did you took something? They're it's not appreciating, get jealous, then it's not good. It's not good. It's incorrect. That's why His Holiness says, and I think it's not good. It's not good for you. Not good. If you cannot tolerate seeing someone being happy, you are just saying, I love myself, I care myself, I love myself so much. It's not true. It's not true. because you are not caring yourself. You're just talking. That's all. So that's what I'm saying. So not His Holiness. That's what I'm saying. Not His Holiness. So if you become intolerant.
Intolerant.
If you become intolerant for somebody's happy, not good. Not good. It's incorrect. Not just incorrect. It's not good. Not good. Sanjiji Kumbha the Chitta Drupamsa. So they think, I'm someone really hoping to achieve full enlightenment. How that's going to happen? Because you are not happy because somebody else is happy. How you are going to achieve full enlightenment? Just explain to me. Just no, it's impossible. Impossible. Sanjiji Kumbha the Chitta Drupam. That's the question: how you are going to achieve enlightenment? Because you are unhappy because somebody praised your husband, not to you, and you are jealous, you are not really happy. And you are back in your mind, you are thinking, I'm going to get enlightened. How that's going to happen? So the intolerant, being intolerant about somebody else's happiness is not just incorrect, it's not good. Not good for you. Tanganju gase minamla chawalamdo mena. If someone that you love, you dearly care, that person doing all kinds of things, all become like very unsuccessful. Unsuccessful, not like things are not going the way that your friend wants to go, it's not going the obstacle. So, tell a gawachi junse chishiyadam. Nganju gase minnamla chawalamdu menas. Someone you love, and like whatever that person does, there's not much luck, obstacle. Nganju tell a gawachi junse chishiyadam. Is there any reason you to be happy? Is there any reason you to be happy? No, because the person that you dearly care, and that person being very unlucky, is there any reason you to be happy? There's no any reason to be happy. So that's the fact. I'm like saying, oh, there's nothing to be happy about because everything that person does is not going well. So there's nothing happy about. Nothing happy about. There's nothing to be happy about. Your friends become very unlucky for anything that person do. There's nothing to be happy about. That's the fact. Ti kö tate dunga te chiro to mitula tana tong tuba yinrung nganzu shen la tetar reme chebani chi jinji yicho gyoba shikri angs. Duna zo, te kala no. Nganzu gase minna la chawalamdo minna nganzu telang gawachibi junzi chishiyadams. There's no reason to be happy about your friend being unlucky. Ti kwe tate dunga de chiri tong mitublas. Tana tang toba yinru nganzu tela. So that doesn't make sense, maybe some mistake here. Nganzu gazi minnam la chawalam la menaze nganzu tela. That makes sense. What? There's no reason to be happy about. That makes sense. Now, second line here. Ti kwe tate dunga de chiro tong mitublaza. Sorry, moving on. I don't understand. So the root text. Sorry, that part I don't understand. Sorry.
Verse 90, the honor of praise and fame will not turn into merit or life. It will give me neither strength nor freedom from sickness, and will not provide any physical happiness.
Clearly there's some mistake in the word. Yeah. So moving on. So still not still maybe there's something. So the next line, okay. Praise itself, praise. When somebody praise you, itself doesn't have much substance. The praise itself doesn't have much substance. If you look very closely, for example, if someone says, "Oh, your hair looks so good," your hair your hair remain as it is. It won't grow longer. It's not going to grow shine, more shine. It's not going to grow longer. No, the reality doesn't change much. Reality doesn't change much. If someone says, "Oh, your hair doesn't look good," all of a sudden your hair stands up, so no goes down like that. So that's a big deal. So why you do that? I spend hundreds of dollars to just keep it here. All of a sudden now it's become like this because you say the reality doesn't change. Just the word doesn't change. Reality doesn't change. So that's His Holiness didn't say that. I say He didn't say that. I say the reality doesn't change. You know. Praise itself doesn't have much substance. It's all perceptions. It's all perceptions. Somebody else's perceptions, your perceptions. That's what it is. It's not doesn't change any fact in the reality. So just please think: is that true? It doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change the fact. No. After that, someone else comes. Oh, doesn't look good. Person before that, you say, "Oh, it doesn't look so wonderful." Next person says, "Oh, it doesn't look good." It's kind of like cheap. What happened in your mind? Now there's two different in mind. What happened? The fact doesn't change. It's just same thing, same object, two different descriptions, and two different reactions based on these descriptions. The fact doesn't change. The same thing. So that's what it means. So itself doesn't have much substance. Once you realize that, then praise, you are calm. Look down, you are still calm. You are not impacted by praise or criticism. For it means both doesn't have much substance. Pretty much same thing. So when you reach there, so then you become less vulnerable. He minamje sona pyawa che mitubo mase. So somebody prays, the praise doesn't increase your luck, praise doesn't increase your lifespan. That's true, praise doesn't increase luck, praise doesn't increase your luck, it doesn't increase your lifespan. So then it doesn't make you more beautiful, then this goes on and on. Only truth is mentioned. Praise doesn't increase your luck or doesn't increase your lifespan. So then, you could say it doesn't, like the same thing. Haldesa, if, Chöla, Ches Chalsimji, Dewashi Gyuse, Chesimji, Dewashi Gyuse, Chuji, Sime, Longda Chona, Milaksamsa. Chöla, Chalsimji, Dewashi Gyuse, Chuji, Sime, Longda Chona, Milaksam. Tetaya minamji kone shik tobe chidu ngul kor mangbu mada jobada. Kalde chöla chesilji dewashi kwese chuji sinenu chuna mileksam. So this is all here, it's all translated from English to Tibetan. It's not from Tibetan. It's all, His Holiness, wherever he travels, His Holiness talk about like human value, It doesn't talk about Buddhism. Mainly, he talks about human value and how to tackle the disturbing thoughts. So these books are in Tibetan now, but it's written in English. So now they translated from English to Tibetan. It's not taught in Tibetan. So that's why sometimes it's hard. So Lamala, that your books comes with the commentaries?
Yeah, well, yes, the same commentaries.
Yeah, so probably there's no like, it's only taught in English, probably this is better there. So maybe some commentary here. Kaldechula, the Tsizimjida, can you read that, the part that if you want temporary happiness, what it says in English?
Oh, if temporary pleasure is all you want, you might as well take drugs.
So like this, that's why I'm saying, all the sudden talks about drugs, I'm not sure what happened. All of a sudden, so that's why I'm getting kind of confused. Say it again, please.
If temporary pleasure is all you want,
Okay, temporary, that sounds much better than Tibetan. Sorry. Sounds much better than actually in Tibetan language. Sounds much better. All you want is temporary happiness. That sounds much better. Chola Trizimji Devashi, because here it says, if you want temporary happiness, do drugs. Doesn't make sense. It's not good, there's not good advice. That's not good advice. That doesn't sound good. That's how it sounds in Tibetan. Chola Trizimji Devashi, because if you want temporary happiness, then do drugs. He says, wouldn't it be wonderful to take drugs? Wouldn't it be wonderful to take drugs? So that doesn't sound good. What do you say, Alex? Does it sound good? It doesn't sound good. I think Alex kind of enjoys. So that's why I get confused here. So I think it's not his holiness, maybe some translation mistake. So that's now the way it worded is mistake.
if temporary pleasure is all you want.
Okay, temporary pleasure, all you want. So that's what it's supposed to means. Okay, so what I mean, chujisimi lonchana milexamza. Tetayasa minnamji koneshi tobechidu mumambo madajobatansa. That's that. So that's kind of clarify. Well, that kind of clarify that. Is this helpful that reading? You already have the commentary, you can just read by yourself.
It's helpful, Geshe, because you explain it
Okay.
in a way that helps us.
Yeah, I add so many extra things. Minnamji koneshi tobechi du mangbo mata jobatans. People, what you call mazam is like a budget. People like a large amount of money, hoping to gain some positions. They gather large amount of money. Tana susu tokbun nanglo gogotongi yusu. Then, cheated on friends. This is like very stupid thing to do. This is very stupid thing, cheating and all the stupid thing to do. Minnamji kone da tsen da nyenda namji. Jewa di nando tuyongoma tinte pento mebes. Kone positions, reputations, positions, fame. In this life, even in this life, just forget about the next life, even in this life, ultimately, not much benefit. Not much benefit. So, you may like wonder, like you can blame yourself or blame somebody else. Wonder, if I become so famous, I'll be the most happiest person on this planet. Not true. Two. So now when you listen, interview done by journalists with famous people, what they're yearning, what they're yearning for is just go outside like ordinary person. Now they can't do, because they can't go like ordinary person, like to go like coffee shop and keep coffee and go to mall. They can't do that now. That's a result of being famous. Now everybody want to take photos. So that's what they miss, but that's what we have, but we don't think it's a big deal. For them, it's a very big deal. So they become so famous now. What they're yearning is for normal life. So this is not written in the sutra. It's just you see day-to-day life. It's not written in the sutra. So there's another one. Positions, name, fame. Even in this life, ultimately not much benefit. Life after this, probably zero benefit. There's no benefit life after this. Nganzo nyenda chewe jibu hamsi, nyenda chewe jibu ma shenji nganzo jun jebe nganzo mijiba jua kanyi rumsa. Hoping that you become so famous, you are going to be happy, or you are be happy temporarily, and somebody criticizing you, being unhappy, mijiba jua kanyi rum, tela junzi andachi amis. Both of them has no concrete reason to be happy or to be unhappy. Happy, people becoming famous, unhappy, being criticized, both of them thinking. Both of this thinking does not have concrete good reason. Maybe what His Holiness says, can you read in English?
Yet many people invest much money and even deceive their friends so as to win status. This is quite stupid. Their status and fame do not really help much in this life and do nothing for future lives. There is no point in being happy if we are famous, or unhappy because people speak ill of us.
No, so now I'll stop here. When you look at the 9-point death meditation, death and impermanent, 9-point death and impermanent meditations. Yeah, so in the text it says practice dharma. So there's like you reach to 3 conclusions or decisions by meditating on this 9-point impermanent death meditation. You reach to 3 conclusions. So you realize you are not going to be here forever. There's nothing to do with religious belief. That's just fact. You are not going to be here forever. That's the fact. So therefore, mundane level, you could say, be happy, because you are not going to be here forever. Just be happy. According to text, that's the death. Same way to say, you are not going to be here forever, or death is definite. It's the same thing. Or another one sounds a little bit better. The first one sounds a little bit better. That's the fact. When death is going to happen, oh, you have idea, I have idea, maybe not tomorrow, not next year, maybe they have ideas. Those ideas not backed by concrete reason. It's just idea. Just everybody has. I can't blame everybody else. Death. So reality could happen tomorrow, could happen tonight. There's no clue. That's the fact. Could happen. Huh? So, now I understand I should be happy because I'm not going to be here forever. I should be happy. And according to the teaching, it says practice Dharma. It's boiled down to the same point. Happy. So when I should begin to be happy? Now. You may no longer, you may not be here tomorrow. Just be happy today, right now. What goes beyond this life? Happiness, joy, peaceful mind, kind mind. That's the only thing that goes. Anything else, house of a family, friend, my money, my title, my position, my house, not even this body. That's the fact. That is the fact. It's not just somebody made it up. That's the fact. Even you can't take this body. So how in the world you are thinking you can take this, take that? Nothing. That's the fact. Only the happiness, if you have peace of mind, happiness means your mind is in peace. Mental happiness. If you're happy, so that's, you could die happily, you couldn't know, so then that's the only thing. So just be happy. Just, how you say, just be happy. Just how you say?
Just be happy.
Yeah, just be happy. Practice only Dharma. That's the only thing you can take. Practice only Dharma. Practice Dharma. According to the text, you could say practice Dharma because you are not going to be here forever. Practice Dharma. When? Now. Tomorrow, no may get another chance. What goes after this life finish? Dharma goes. Therefore, practice only Dharma. So, need to be happy. They are saying in Tibetan, if you don't make yourself happy, somebody else make your life miserable. If you don't make yourself happy, somebody else makes your life miserable. Now, how to make myself happy? Need to think. You could say meditation. It is meditation. You need to think. Think many things. You need to think many things to shape this life. Many things. So then prioritize, to be happy. Or regardless, or somebody praising, becoming very sensitive, not good things. Becoming very sensitive makes your life vulnerable. Becoming so sensitive is not good things, So there's another saying, I'm not sure how is the word in English like, what is called that?
Like exhale? Or...
No, it's not exhale, no exhale, yeah. It's exhale. What does you have no word in English? What? Huh? You have no word. So Tibetan language we have word for ha. We call ha. That's exactly how it sounds. That's what that's how it sounds. That's what we call ha. It's called ha. It generates some heat. It doesn't generate like 120 degrees like heat. If somebody goes like then you say, so hot, then that's like what it means, being so sensitive. That's what it means. Then somebody says, that's what there you have word, blow, yeah. So you don't have another one. You don't have a word. So Tibetan language win. So blow. So they say, so cool, like that. What it mean? It means like being so sensitive, that makes your life very vulnerable and doesn't benefit. So, Kibu Rangi Majina Dubumi, that's very true. If you don't make yourself happy, so other people make your life miserable. That's very true. That's very true. So then, how you make yourself happy? Oh, it requires a lot of thinking, a lot of thinking. Oh, glass broke down, you lose your happiness. That's not good things. You know, what you need to understand, you need to understand the nature of impermanent. You know, otherwise you'll hold on that, you are not able to let it go. Without understanding impermanent, letting go is almost impossible. It's almost impossible. You need to have better understanding of impermanent, so that allows you to let it go. Things happen, things broke, people die, somebody broke glass. No story, it's finished. There's no story, it's just only matter of time, it will break. No stories. So then you create less story for everything. Your mind is in peace, more and more peace. Peace grow in your mind. Stress goes down because you are looking things from from a different perspective. So, very beneficial, okay? Very beneficial. So therefore, every day you just remind to review meditation about the 8 types of samsaric complications. You remind yourself. So then, like individual realms complication, you remind yourself. Human 8 types of complications associated with human life. Remind yourself. So then, remind yourself what is impermanent, what is bodhicitta, what is shunyata. Remind, hoping that maybe you gain some realizations. Maybe gain some realizations. So then your perception change. You have less stress. For you, easy to let it go. Holding on side so tightly will not happen. So then it's all good. Okay. So that's why that's hard to make yourself happy. Always calm. There is happiness, always calm. There is happiness. It's not like jumping, screaming. Like it's not like not that kind of excitement. Always calm down. Always calm. Okay. Yeah. So with that, so now we'll end here. Okay. Thank you, all my friends. Zoom on YouTube. So all here. Yeah. So it looks like one more class. One more patient is needed for one patient class. Maybe last patients for last patient class.
So in the Gold Prayer Book, turn to page 235.
Let's go. So just 1 second. So please, all my friends here, I'm going to say some mantra for your health. Longevity for your health is needed. So from now on, every class, I'll say the mantra, and to prevent, untimely death. I do have faith in those mantras. So then I hope it will help even just hearing the mantra. Lama dhamma jante te tishe japa dhamma yanda pa sobe sanje gompa yopa dunne pala chanzo lo chumde te tishe japa dhamma yanda pa sobe sanje rinche sotong jala chanzo lo chodong chumde te tishe japa dhamma yanda pa sobe sanje seye pumpa zumba namla chanzo lo chodong chumde te tishe japa dhamma yanda pa sobe sanje rinche sotong jala chanzo lo chodong dumso amit ayanda dumso amit dumso amit ayanda so jitende me so what's about me to mama no no sajja saba na chadel namo bhagavate aparamita ayanda sumune tadat no ra tata kata arahate same sambuddha te mune mahabune aparamita bune sombara vasede omsava samakara bare jida dhammate gangana samgate sambhava bishide mahana pare vore so namo bhagavate aparamita ayanda sumune tadat no ra tata kata arahate samya sambuddha te mune mahabune aparamita bune sumbara vasede omsava Kara pareshu de damade kunga de samga de samba bishu de maane pareshu om namo bhagavate aparamida ayana suman. Siddhatin to ranzaya tata gataya arahate samya sambudaya teyado bune bune maa bune aparamida bune aparamida. Kara pareshu de damade kunga de samba bishu de maane parevare zo. Chumde de jang raja ma yanda pa sobe de sela pa yanda pa jang mo chanzo no chumde chumde de de jang raja ma yanda pa sobe de se sa tin ne de jang do chu mo chanzo no chumde de de jang raja ma yanda pa sobe dan je Indian me ja bala ja no chodo chodo chumde de jang raja ma yanda pa sobe dan je chu ja do chu no number ko ma je me jang mo chumde de de jang raja ma yanda pa sobe san je ren jang do chu no chumde de jang Menjela pende jamola Om Namo Bhagavate Bhagavate Guru Bindu Yatambara Tata Gata Arhate Samya Sambuddha Teatam Bhagavate Bhagavate Maham Bhagavate Raja Samo Gate So Om Namo Bhagavate Bhagavate Guru Bindu Yatambara Tata Gata Arhate Samya Sambuddha Teatam Bhagavate Bhagavate Maham Bhagavate Bhagavate Raja Samo Gate So Om Namo Bhagavate Bhagavate Guru Bindu Rambaranzaya Tata Kataya Arahade Samya Sambuddhaya Teadam Bekaze Bekaze Maham Bekaze Bekaze Ranza Samo Gade So Ankevadi Yajumzadya Yagalanu Yendo Vajja Malevadi Yadunagavadi Om Namo Bhagavate Namo Radhandaya Namo Ayajana Sakara Birudhanaya Chivaranda Tata Kataya Arahade Samya Sambuddhaya Namo Arahade Samya Sambuddhaya Namasaha Arahade Samya Sambuddhaya Namaya Avalokhi Disharaya Bodhisattaya Mahasattaya Mahakarunikaya 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 Bodhisattaya Namakarunikaya Namaradhandaya Namayajana Sakara Birudhanaya Arahade Samya Sambuddhaya Namasaha Arahade Samya Sambuddhaya Namaya Avalokhi Disharaya Bodhisattaya Mahasattaya Yadam dara dara dire dire duru duru iri sali sali tasali kusumi kusumi ilimili tididala abana yaso amna namo ratnataya namo ayajana sagar pirujana chuvarandaya tata kataya arahate samya sambuddhaya nama savatana kataya arahate be samya sambuddhaya nama aya avalokidisharaya bodhisattaya mahasattaya mahakarunikaya Yadam dara dara dire dire duru duru iri sali sali tasali Kusumi kusumi var ilimili tididala abana yaso namaradana namayana sagar Beruzanaya chuvaranzaya tata kataya arahate samya sambuddhaya namasavadana arahate be samya sambuddhaya namaya avalokidisharaya bodhisattaya mahasattaya mahakarunikaya dara dara dire dire duru duru ilimili sali sali kusumi kusumi var ilimili tididala abana yaso ankevadi yajumzadya Novaji Jamale Bhatia Zala Gobarashu. Yeah.
Okay, so the general dedication prayers on page 235, the gold prayer. Gewaji Duda Lama Sage Dugyune Doaji Malupa Dei Sala Gerpasho Janchu Sencho Rinpoche, Make Panam Kirguji, Kewanyam Pame Paya, Kone Gondu Pewa Sho. It's not. Oh, okay. Jampel Power, Jita Kempada, Kudu Zambo de Ande Jinte, Deda Kunji Jesu Dalochi, Gewa Dida Tancherap Tungo. Dusun Shepe Gewa Tancheji, Ngowa Kala Chudung Labade, Dashe Gewe Zawa Di Kunkyan, Sampo Chucherap Tungo Walgi. Tagi Jine Sape Gewadi Tenda Doa Kuna Gampeda Kepa Jesun Lozanda Pai Timpani Bodin Du Sao Sho. Then 244, the short, long life prayer for His Holiness. Ganira we kowe shikande pendande wa malu juwene chere sigwan tenzin yatsoi jape site patu tengyu chi. Then 245 for Cancer Rinpoche Jitsun Sandala. Jonu iye nala wanjondu awatare tsembara sopa lo sangye we de ton le persho shasho kengyu lama soa de. And then on the back of page, on the cover of the gold prayer book, a prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious ones, Shravakas and Prateka Buddhas, victorious Losang father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation practice, wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly depart to peace. What a great loss! Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortune. And then 7 Tara mantras of Geshe, Geshe sample song, Happy Healthy Lives. Om tare tu re soha, Om tare tu re soha. Om tare tu re soha, Om tare tu re soha. Om tare tu re soha, Om tare tu re soha. Om tare tu re soha.
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. Good night. See you next Wednesday.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week.